All right, I just started recording.
Okay.
So we're probably not going to
finish this sentence.
We're not going to do an intro or anything. Oh, not now, because I didn't have it prepared. Unless you got something you want to.
I was just going to say, welcome to the Dude Wrong. Yeah, that's what Dude Wrong Door podcast. There we go. Boom. Nailed it. Dude Wrong Door podcast.
That sounds louder than you think it does, which it's
probably will.
Making the waveform freak out.
Good.
But it is 4:20, so better time than any to start this train wreck.
Make it loud. Okay, I'm Tim.
Yeah, that was a lie.
I'm Tim. I'm Dallas.
That's Dallas.
I'm Empire Strikes Back.
Right. Oh, well, the best thing to do is to start making inside jokes that no one listening will get.
Yeah, that's the best thing I do.
Yeah.
Okay, what we're going to do is I've got Geek Tyrant pulled up.
I didn't get to tell him what I was. I'm Tim.
Oh, I'm Dallas, and I've got to go last. That's all that matters. And so I'm just going to pull up a bunch of news stories. We're also going to do a review of Guardians of the Gax.
The twos. Also, I'm going to put this in here, that we're going to start moving everything on the channel over to Vidme, since Vidme is a good website and YouTube is trash, and basically you can't be saved now. You basically will not find new fame on YouTube. It's just going to fizzle away with the same people it has right now. So
we're also trash, though. So
yeah, we're trash too. No, we contribute.
We're bringing our trash to Vidme.
Yeah, we're gonna throw all our garbage on there, where it's maybe not quite as competitive at the moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need to get there now.
Yeah, we need to hurry up. So,
okay.
Well, I'm also going to start doing a thing where if you're a subscriber on Vidme, which costs money, you can follow on Vidme, and it does the same thing that it would on YouTube if you subscribe. But you can be a paying subscriber, which is $1 a month. Where you're going to
That's
get...
too much. Don't do
too
it.
Much?
It's not worth it. We're not that good.
No, I thought that was fine, reasonable. Most people do it like $3.
Oh, wait, you get to set your own price?
No, I set my price for the
$500 a month.
No, what? No.
I'm gonna hardball you.
If you're a subscriber, which is $1 a month, which basically what I think you should do is to pay $1 and then take yourself off that little subscription and just like, I'll see if this isn't disastrous.
Yeah.
But the things you'll get right now is you'll get full playthroughs of me and Jan's games the day that we release the first episode.
Jan and I.
Well, not
Jan and Mines.
Not Jan and Dallas. Jan and Tim. I'm Tim.
I'm also Tim.
Like the only one we have on there right now is TF2. But you'll have the whole TF2 playthrough as it is, which is over an hour long, and you'll have it the day that the first episode comes out. And eventually, I'm planning on doing subscriber-exclusive videos. But yeah, I'll probably cut this out of the podcast and have it be a separate thing.
No, just leave it in. I think it's good.
No, but I was saying...
Since we don't have anyone sponsoring us. When we get sponsors, this will all be sponsor. So sponsors, if you want to come with this BlackBerry, we're looking at you.
Oh yeah, BlackBerry advertising to our demographic of ancient people.
HoloLens for when the mobile phones are dead.
Oh yeah, that was a story.
I can't remember his name.
Nah, he's not important.
I guess we're jumping into it.
He's working on HoloLens.
The guy that made HoloLens said that mobile phones are dead. And it's funny because we read that story on a mobile phone, so...
See, what they don't realize is Microsoft thinks that mobile phones are dead because the Windows Phone is dead. So they're like, no one's using these things. Moving on to the next big thing.
Our research shows...
What's an iPhone?
Based on these sales figures, no one's buying phones.
Right. Based on our own research.
Of our own products.
No one's bought a Windows Phone in 2 or 3 years.
No one's ever bought a Windows Phone. I've never seen anyone with a Windows Phone.
I've seen one person with
No
a
one's
Windows
ever
phone.
actually had one.
No one's had
myth.
one.
It's just a myth.
I could believe that because I've never actually held one in my hand and used it. Like, this could be one of those aspects of the Truman Show being the Tim Show.
If I can't.
The Tim French Show.
Is his first name Truman?
His last name is Truman.
Harry?
Yeah, Harry. What? No, it's not Harry Truman.
Harry Truman.
I can't remember his first name, actually. Everyone calls him Truman, though.
John
Truman.
John
Street
Truman. I wonder if that's intentional, the naming.
Oh, I don't know.
Like how most Savior characters are called JC somehow. John Carpenter, John Constantine. There's more.
I don't like that I didn't notice this before.
Yeah, there's John Connor, there's
I believe
John Carter.
John Carter.
And they're all Savior figures. Especially John Connor. I'm surprised Anakin didn't have a Jesus name.
A.S.
Janakin.
Janakin Skywalker, spelled with a C.
No, it's still Skywalker. It's
Guys, that's my new
spelled with a C.
That's my new original character, Janakin Skywalker.
I can't
Totally
wait for
original.
Jarth Cater. Jar Jar Binks. Oh, never mind.
He's going to be played by a good actor.
I don't think that was mostly his fault.
No, it wasn't.
Because I've seen him in other stuff, and he's not that bad.
It was George Lucas's fault.
It's a ton of bad writing. I mean, if you have to talk about how much you hate sand,
how do you make that work?
I'd phone that in too.
To be fair, I could see Al Pacino making that work. A rant about sand. Al Pacino could get real pissed at sand.
Should be ranting that he's never had a movie where
he gets to rant about sand.
Yeah, he's never getting rant about sand.
I should have been Anakin.
I hate sand more than anybody. Just when I think I'm off the beach, they pull me back in.
Lucas did that just to spite me. He knows I hate sand.
That's a well-known fact. Everyone knows.
Yeah, everyone knows Al Pacino can't stand sand.
Okay, so first story: Darksiders 3 gameplay footage looks pretty damn good, according to this article. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I thought it looked good.
I have seen it. I lied. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, we talked about it. You freaking idiot.
I played the first one for 5 minutes, and it's trash. So.
Well, no, you said you liked it.
Yeah, but then I replayed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually played it recently and was like, oh, no, I don't. What
I figured out,
what was I playing?
90% of the audience for Darksiders was Xbox guys who did not have God of War or Zelda to play, and were just so happy to have something on the 360.
That would have been before Devil May Cry, also. No, Devil May Cry 4 should have been out.
Yeah, but I don't think anyone with a 360 bought Devil May Cry.
No, I bought it, and then
that was mostly Sony ponies.
No, I didn't buy it. I played it, but I rented it and played it. But there's there's a level where the puzzle hint that you have to
in Devil May Cry or in Darksiders?
In Devil May Cry 4.
Okay. There's
a hint, but it's in white font, and it's in a very sunny area, so I couldn't read it.
Oh, you couldn't read the hint.
And then I didn't feel like looking.
You might have had your contrast.
So I just got mad.
You just got angry and quit forever.
Yeah, I did. I took it back. I was just it was still Blockbuster, so I was just no, I'll never play this. This game's trash. I can't read this hint. I'm not this smart.
I think I've owned Devil May Cry 4 in 4 different formats now. I had it on the PS3, which I didn't own, the 360, which I didn't own, and then I bought a PC copy.
Why?
On Steam, because I thought I could play it on someone else's PC. I can't remember who was offering it. They were saying, yeah, you can just play games on mine. But that never really happened. It might have been an SPSU, yeah. And then I moved, and I didn't play it. But yeah, I have 3 copies of that. And now I don't have access to that Steam account anymore, so...
That sucks. I've still got access to my old one. AMS Baller 30.
Yeah, you had Baller in your name?
Yeah, I was in middle school. I played basketball. That was good. I was the only person on the varsity team to start every single game, so...
Ah, nice.
Put it on the job apps.
Yeah.
Dedicated.
So I was starting every single game on the varsity.
I made a joke about that one time in
What was the name of your high school?
Gordon
Just
Central.
in case anyone wants to go shoot it up.
But Ashworth was where I played. It was middle school.
Gotcha, okay. Oh, wait. Your varsity, they called it varsity?
Yeah, JV was 6th and 7th, and varsity was 8th.
Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
we had them segregated. We had just the 7th grade and the 8th grade.
Segregation.
No, we had the 7th grade team and the 8th grade team, and then high school was...
That's what we had, but it's JV and varsity.
You said JV was 7th and 8th?
6th and 7th.
Oh, 6th and...
Yeah.
You guys had 6th grade at your middle school?
Yeah.
What could have a bunch of children running around?
I didn't know that they did the opposite. Never...
Where
did you go to school? France?
No, E.T. Booth.
That's France. That sounds like French to me.
It might as well be.
That sounds like some kind of alien.
My last name's hybrid. French. I don't know what that means anymore.
Anyway, Darksiders.
Yeah, Darksiders 3.
All right, moving on.
I think it looked good because God of War 4 looks horrible.
Oh yeah,
and Zelda is such a completely different genre now that I think they can.
Yeah, and also
they can get that.
God of War. If God of War has durability in their weapons, I'm going to actually.
I'm not gonna play it.
Yeah, I'm not either now. I mean,
I'm not even gonna try it.
I'll play it eventually, probably years from now.
I'll probably play a demo just to make sure that I'm right because I love being right.
Yeah, I'll try stuff to make sure that it's wrong if I think it's wrong.
Yeah. The more I play it, the further my nose will point to the sky.
I can't even see the screen.
No, I mean I'm looking down my nose at it.
I was just...
Oh, okay. Well, I thought maybe you just didn't get the joke.
Well,
this is going to be a great podcast.
Director Doug Liman, who did those 2 movies, that I saw that I can't remember.
Yeah.
He did Edge of Tomorrow and Swingers. Swingers I have not seen.
Edge of Tomorrow was banging.
Edge of Tomorrow was banging.
That was a good movie.
Yep. He's doing
Emily
Justice
Blunt.
League Dark.
Oh, for real? I didn't know that.
And he's saying that it isn't going to be as bloated as other comic book movies.
Is he talking trash against the other DC
I don't
films?
think so. He says that it's more... Okay, I think people will be surprised how character-driven and how intimate Justice League Dark is in kind of a field of bloated comic book movies, which I agree.
I dare him to make it an hour and 20 minutes long.
And he says, we found a way to do something that's actually really personal and small, and that's my goal. He said John Constantine has an amazing setup that's really human. So I'm really excited because the animated film... Have you seen that?
No, I still
was
watched
fantastic.
It.
Like top 3 of my animated.
Sweet.
Or top 5.
Yeah.
You know what should have been there? Killing Joke. Not there.
Yep, not there, because the first 45 minutes are a disaster.
Bottom 5, I'd say.
I was in a screenwriting class, and apparently the low point... The low point is like a term for a specific part in a story, and you have to know that. We didn't know that yet, because what he did, he's like, first day I'm going to ask you a question that involves, these words you don't know yet, and you just have to answer best you can. And he was like, say something you saw in the past week, and I'll ask you a question for it. And I had just watched The Killing Joke, and he said, what was the low point? And I was like, the first 45 minutes of the movie. That got a good laugh out of everyone else who had seen it.
It's definitely the right answer.
Yes, that is the correct answer.
That's exactly what I was going to say. You just teach this class. So yeah, the Justice League Dark I'm pretty excited for. I don't think they've done any casting in the movie yet.
I don't think they should.
As far as they just shouldn't cast it.
Just don't have any actors.
Just no actors.
Make an emotion comic.
Not even an animated motion comic.
I'm not even disappointed, honestly.
But I think I think Swamp Thing is in it.
That'll be interesting.
For sure.
I mean, it's going to be CGI.
I feel like I'm lying.
I feel like I'm a dirty, filthy liar.
I feel like I made that up. Deadman is in it. He's got to be.
Constantine's in it.
Deadman's awesome.
Batman will have a cameo in it.
Oh.
Otherwise, no one will go and see it.
I really like I really like the new Batman, but just the idea of any part of that universe existing with the other part of this universe. Then no one in the Suicide Squad better show up.
It's going to be part of the same universe, right?
It's got to be. There's no way they won't.
Yeah, so Batman's going to have a cameo.
Hopefully Justice League Dark Justice League just tanks. Oh, that means Justice League Dark's getting scrapped.
I don't want Justice League to tank unless it's bad. Then I want it to tank. I don't want a bad Justice League movie to do well.
Yeah. But if it's bad, I want it. It's not going to tank. It's going to make money.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I mean, without a doubt.
It's probably going to suck.
Wonder Woman's going to suck too.
Yeah.
We were going to talk about that last trailer, but nothing new happened as far as I could tell.
Just really, really, really bad cinematography and bad cuts.
And she's hot. Gal Gadot's hot, and she has a nice accent, so I'll watch it for that.
The accent's good. I like how she still has a stronger accent.
I think they're making her the daughter of Zeus.
It was just stupid.
But that's what they did in the New 52, and it's awful and dumb. Yep. And so I think that's what they're doing now because they're awful and dumb. What are all of the worst possible decisions we can make? Let's do that because that's DC now. You know how everyone hated that? Let's just go for it. I liked how they were like, Suicide Squad is going to be the turning point for us. We're gonna, get it together. Makes a movie worse than BVS. God, it's so bad. Guys, we did it. Oh, okay. Well, we topped ourselves. That'll be a nice transition. Guy Ritchie wants to direct Suicide Squad 2. So, that... I think it would automatically be better than the first one. I mean, it's going to be better. Well, I don't know. David Ayer. That's true. But David Ayer, I don't see him doing a fun, bantery film. Then again, I haven't seen Fury. I don't know what Fury's like. Fury's pretty bantery, but it's not fun. A darker banter, yeah. Because Suicide Squad should have been fun. Fury, it basically opens that movie with the new guy in the tank having to clean up the old guy's face off of the inside of the tank because he gets shot in the head. Oh man, that's brutal. Yeah, that's intense. But Guy Ritchie already is more fun. Yeah. Than David Ayer. He says right here, I'd quite fancy doing Suicide Squad 2 because I thought I could do a good job with it. I can't do it because I'm doing something else, but I felt I could really do something with that. Oh, so he can't do it. He just apparently not. To. All right. Oh, they're pursuing... Oh, that's right. They're pursuing Mel Gibson. God, that's so strange. That's going to be the weirdest movie of all time. The last thing I remember Mel Gibson in was Machete, too. Machete Kills. Machete Kills, yeah. But he don't text. He was also in The Expendables 3. He was the villain. He was right. I forget that movie existed because... It was pretty forgettable, unfortunately. Exist. I mean, I don't want to exist. I don't want to exist as long as Expendables 3 is in this world.
I don't think it was super bad. It was just so tone deaf to make it PG-13.
Yeah, it was absolutely.
And now, even more tone deaf, Sly isn't going to be in the Expendables 4.
Which means Stallone's not going to be in it. I mean, not Stallone, obviously. God.
Barney Ross.
Schwarzenegger is not going to be in it.
Yeah, or they'll try to put him in the leadership role.
No, he said he's not going to be in it.
Oh, he's not going to do it? Neither of them are.
He's like, if Sly's not in it, I'm not in it.
And you know that Bruce Willis isn't going to, because Bruce Willis had to throw a little hissy fit.
Way too much money.
After the second one.
But, I don't know. I think after the second one, I think 2 was fun. I don't think you need another Expendables movie. Because I think that idea of like all the old action heroes getting together is fun. But I think it gets old quick because it's like you've kind of seen everything they can do.
I think they peaked at having Bruce Willis, Sylvester Stallone, and Arnold Schwarzenegger all in one frame firing an automatic weapon at the camera.
And then stealing each other's lawns.
Yeah, and it like, you know, they had those glass windows in front of them, and each of them shattered for all 3 of them. It was like, yeah, I mean, you guys did it. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. You know what we should
do, though? Bring Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, and a bunch of that's what we've been missing.
Young UFC fighters who can Antonio Banderas.
Antonio Banderas was my favorite part of that movie.
He was great, but everything else was like, why are you... No one cares about these young guys. Like, no one cares at all.
Yeah.
And then they replaced...
they couldn't make me care about them.
Oh, no, wait. Was that the second one?
What are you talking about?
Second one was with Van Damme.
Yeah.
That's where they replaced Jet Li with another Asian immediately.
Oh, yeah, with the young Asian girl?
Yeah, because he, like, takes her. And, like, I thought, like, as soon as I was just like, wow, that was quick.
They're like, hey, I mean, we
gotta fill this demographic.
Yeah.
She was badass, though.
Those movies and the Fast and Furious movies are amazingly diverse with their casts. And I'm like, that's definitely part of the reason they're successful. Even though, apparently, the Expendables 1 did better than 2. And I didn't know that.
That's weird.
Because I think 2 is significantly better than 1.
Yeah, I agree.
2 almost feels like the movie 1 should have been.
You know what's weird, though, is Furious 8. Now that Paul Walker's dead, there's not that many white people. Vin Diesel's not white.
They got a new white guy.
Ha! Got him.
In 8.
I know Kurt Russell's in one of them. I need to watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, never mind. That'll be Guardians talk, but... the Geards...
Kurt Russell was in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Spoiler warning.
I need to watch that trailer, apparently.
Which trailer? You can't just say that.
Stephen King's The Mist series.
Oh, okay.
Because that looks scary.
Yeah,
just that picture.
That looks freaky.
I really liked the original movie. And did you see it?
See, we had this dispute where I didn't know which one I'd seen. I didn't know if I'd seen the old one or the new one.
There's only one.
There was only one? What? I thought there were 2 Mists.
No, there's only one. There's John Carpenter's The Fog.
I have to fucking... Maybe it was The Fog. I don't think I've ever seen The
Mist. It was John...
John Street Fighter.
John Street Fighter. No, the guy
the main
Frank Darabont did.
Okay.
He did The Walking Dead season 1, and then they let him go. And
Dude,
you can tell.
season 1 was so good.
Yeah, and then he also did the Mist movie. Well, never mind. I was going to talk about the ending being different than the book. Stephen King prefers the ending in the movie.
That's interesting.
He prefers the movie ending to his movie. But I'm not going to say that if you haven't seen it. So
as much as I'm like of the opinion that you should be able to appreciate 2 different things,
I don't do it.
As soon as no,
I'm an absolute hypocrite.
No, I mean like as soon as the original author of like this thing says he likes the adaptation better, I'm like, okay, well that one's better.
Yeah, he feels the exact opposite about The Shining. He hates.
Yeah, well, he's wrong.
He's like very outwardly. Well, in your defense, his defense, you haven't read the book, but
yeah, but in my defense, he's also wrong.
In the book, he's more sympathetic.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I've ever felt any sympathy toward Jack Nicholson.
That's the point. In the book, you do. I can't remember his name. Jack. His name is Jack.
Well, see, no, I think you do feel sympathy toward Jack Nicholson.
You don't feel enough. And in the book, it's like,
well, I mean, because he's extremely scary. He's a very scary person.
He's a very scary man. No, I love the movie. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trashing the movie, but let's see.
This is a thing I've had to like. I've gotten into arguments with JoJo fans about this. Oh God. This is kind of a tangent, but it is relevant. Where they're like, well, if you're waiting for the show to continue, you should just read the manga. I'm like, manga doesn't have music. Yeah. It also doesn't move in front of me.
Yeah.
Comics aren't as good as TV.
To read the manga. I don't like the. Oh God, I'm gonna get crucified. I don't like the art style in the manga. It's too like crowded and chaotic for me. And most mangas I can't read because it's like so.
Also,
but I love comic books. Don't get me wrong. I like reading. I'm not illiterate.
I think there's just a legitimate thing where you're like, I'm having to read in the opposite direction now.
Yeah, and JoJo is like...
Part of the reason I like JoJo is because of the music.
Yeah, and the voice acting, and like everything's just so like... I mean, I know you can do that shit in your head, but it's
like... I never would have heard... yada yada does he. If I was reading the manga, because I'd be reading it in English.
Or...
Yeah, I never would have got that from the manga, so it's like...
If I ever get in a fight, I'm just
like, hey, just read the manga. I'm like, the mangas aren't as good as anime.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
And then, like, with the Shining, I'm like, yeah, okay, the book might be fine. It doesn't have Kubrick cinematography, so it's not as good as the movie.
Also doesn't have Wendy, who's strangely attractive, although shouldn't be.
What?
Wendy?
I made that up. It's just you.
What?
And that's just you that thinks that.
You don't think she's attractive?
Not really.
Strangely attractive.
No, I don't.
Uniquely attractive?
No, I find her endearing, and I find her empathetic.
Well, there you go. I win.
I find her empathetic.
I know, I already win. Sorry.
Okay, all right. I'm not going to argue.
That's how I win arguments.
I'll just decide that I was right.
I'll
decide that you agree with me.
I don't know what this is, but moving on. Will Ferrell and... Oh, wait, we're on Stephen King still. Never mind.
Yeah.
Apparently a new trailer came out for it, which I haven't watched because I'm not going to, because the first trailer is incredible.
Yeah, that already sold
I may
me.
not even watch the movie because the movie might suck, and I might just stick with the trailer being incredible.
Man, that was the best trailer experience of my life. There's no way I'm watching that movie.
I mean, that trailer was like incredible.
That's such a weird.
I mean, I know I'm going to watch the movie.
No, I know, but it's like
I'm going to say like opening night. Like, I know, you know what? I don't think I am.
That could be fair
because people are going. Because I know how it ends. Like, I know the story.
It's the same as the original.
Yeah. So there's no point in me seeing it on open night with a bunch of loud people.
Yeah. No, with horror films, I hate watching them opening night.
Yeah.
Because people are so obnoxious.
Yeah. And they're like yelling.
People will get scared at stuff that isn't scary, and then when stuff is scary, they're like, wah, 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 wah. You know, they laugh at their friend who got scared.
How people.
Yeah. You know the people. They're always in the back of the back row.
So, yeah.
Or they're in the very front row, and they're flailing their hands around and going, oh, dude.
Well, it's like it's not even a horror movie. Like any movie, I normally don't like to go to like midnight releases.
The only
movies that I will go to a midnight release for are
comic book movies.
Well, no, sometimes.
I like those.
Most comic book movies, yeah, I'll go to. I wouldn't have gone to see Logan on opening night because I was there for the emotional bomb that I was hit with.
The Avengers and Star Wars, I remember every time I've gone to the theaters to see them because it is like, it's a powerful experience where everyone, like, when they had that 360 view of like all of the Avengers assembling into one, everyone was just freaking out, and I was like, yeah,
well, that's what I was gonna say. Well, that was my point, was that those movies, people can have fun and laugh and clap, and I'm okay with it. Although I feel like I didn't miss, when I watched Avengers the first time, I missed a couple story things or like funny lines because
I never heard puny god until the fourth time I saw it.
Well, it wasn't the fourth, it was the second time I watched it, but
yeah,
because everyone was laughing so hard. So
yeah, well, seeing Tom Hiddleston get smacked around is pretty funny.
Yeah, I like watching him being domestically abused.
Tom Hiddleston, we got a great idea for you. Go do an indie movie where you get domestically abused. We will laugh our heads off.
It'll be hilarious. Everyone will love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
20 Oscars.
Moving on from that, more Spider-Man clips. Not going to talk about that just because it looks credible. Don't need to watch the trailer because it ruins everything.
Also, clips are like worse than trailers.
It's
like, here's a bite-sized piece of a movie. Okay, why?
That you're already going to go see. Edge of Tomorrow sequel gets a title. That's what I was going to read earlier in first watch.
No.
When probably the waitress walked by and I absolutely forgot what words were.
Yeah, we had an attractive waitress today.
God, she was a goddess. I'm pretty sure. There was like an angel served me my avocado toast, and that's pretty much all I've ever asked for. And I just clammed on. I just like
I like that quote. An angel served me my avocado toast.
That should be the podcast title.
Yeah.
But it was.
I don't mean to try and like stroke my own ego, but it's been a long time since I've like felt really incapable of talking to a woman.
It's the only time I've felt incapable of talking to a woman. In
middle school, when I was first, getting the whole puberty feelings, and I was like, what are those? When
I had them since daycare.
When you would... Man, I was a lady killer as soon as I came out the womb.
My first girlfriend was in preschool, pre-K.
That's not a girlfriend.
We watched Mortal Kombat. We held hands. My mom went to daycare, and she went to my daycare. And
never mind.
My mom would let us in.
That was 100% legit.
My mom would let us in on...
it's real when your girl will watch Mortal Kombat.
On lunch. We'd watch Power Rangers and Mortal Kombat. on lunch.
God, I want a woman who will do that now.
Like recess. Yeah.
Like, hey, you want to go watch Mortal Kombat and Power Rangers?
I'm going to keep working out.
No, you nerd.
I'm going to keep working out. I'm going to come back in 5 months and I'm going to eat.
You're going to walk up to that waitress and just, you're going to melt.
I'm just going to be like, she's going to be like, wow, you look like you worked out. And I'll be like,
I have.
I play soccer team.
Yeah, that was, once again, another inside joke that we'd have to clarify.
It wasn't even an inside joke. It was just
a thing that happened.
I'm wearing an Atlanta United shirt, and they talked about it, and I couldn't. I can't even talk about it now.
Couldn't even articulate it.
It's the only time I've never been able to talk to a woman because I'm such a manly man. I kind of look like Kurt Russell.
Speaking of which, do you want to? Oh no, you were talking about.
We're on Edge of Tomorrow. Speaking of pretty women, Tom Cruise,
the prettiest girl at the ball, Tom Cruise.
Okay, so Tom Cruise is coming back for the sequel. Doug Liman is back, and the screenwriter are all back. So everybody's back. Emily Blunt is also set to return.
Okay, awesome.
We have an incredible story. It's incredible. What? Oh no,
it's tremendous.
We have an amazing.
It's the best. We have the best story writers.
We have an amazing story. It's incredible.
Tremendous.
Dyslexia is.
Yeah, but this guy is also a Donald Trump secretly.
Way better than the first film, and I obviously love the first film. It will be called Live, Die, Repeat, and Repeat. That's so cool. That's the new title. Live, Die, Repeat, and Repeat.
Are they going to actually stick with one name this time?
I don't think it's and repeat. I think it's probably Live, Die, Repeat, Repeat.
Yeah, okay.
I guess they can't, though. Because if they're repeating twice, they can't. That's got to be the plot, right?
What are you talking about?
In the first one, they destroy all the aliens, so how are they coming back?
Well, no, remember he gets the ability to where he can basically time travel at will now.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, he basically, fuses with that.
I don't remember him time traveling.
He goes so far back to where he's still an officer, and then he jumps forward to where he's like a decorated war hero.
I need to rewatch that. Apparently, I don't remember that at the end.
The ending is the ending's like the craziest part of the movie.
Yeah, he said, "I've had some radical ideas about how to make a sequel that would interest me, in the same way that I had ideas of how you'd make an independent film." Swingers came along. It was like, oh, that's a perfect movie. Wow.
I never saw that.
Wow. I had these intellectual ideas on how you should make a sequel that are unlike how anybody else makes a sequel. And this script and this idea is the perfect fit into that idea. So it's going to revolutionize how people make sequels.
He's probably full of it, though. He's probably just
He made Edge of Tomorrow. Thank you.
That's true.
He made Live, Die, Repeat. And he's about to make Live, Die, Repeat, Repeat. And then the third movie, Live, Die, Repeat, Die, Repeat.
That movie did itself such a disservice by changing its name before it went out to DVD. That was absolute madness.
I like Live, Die, Repeat better than I do Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah, but
it is much more anime.
But once you've called yourself Edge of Tomorrow, you should keep that. You should.
No, I disagree. Reinvent yourself. You only get one life, baby.
Just George Lucas it.
Yeah, just George.
No, that's abusing the fact that you only get one life. That's saying, no, well, I better go back in time and change this. Oh my god, it was meta. It was performance art. Guys, they went back in time and changed it to Live, Die, Repeat.
Well, no one watched Edge of Tomorrow.
I watched it in theaters.
You're a no one. I'm a no one.
You're a no one. Like how you had locked in, so now you had to admit that you were a no one.
Okay, so that's coming out. That's going to be pretty sweet because the first one was amazing. And then Bob Ross has been added to MOBA SMITE, that MOBA game.
You see, when you play it, you can feel really comfortable and fall asleep.
That game is about gods, so they're essentially saying that he is a god. Oh, he rides on the back of like a tree monster.
Yeah, he has his happy little trees.
That's so cool. That's what it says. Ross is laning with the gods and holding his own while he paints happy trees wherever he pleases. There's a trailer.
That's literally called Bob Ross.
Oh, it's just his skin. Okay. I mean, it's not just Bob Ross's skin. It's a Bob Ross skin for a character, Sylvanas. And I don't play the game, but I just think it's cool that Bob Ross is going to be in it.
I play me some Bob Ross.
I might play now.
Sure. Put that on the TV if I want to go to bed at 2 p.m.
Okay, might as well get Kingsman: The Golden Circle. Had a trailer. Not a big fan of the first one.
The trailer was good until the end.
Yeah, I agree. But I don't even care. Colin Firth is back apparently.
Yeah, which is really stupid.
They said
so stupid. The best part of that movie is that
did he have an eye patch?
Dies. Yeah, he had an eye patch.
So what's the plot?
A bullet went through his eye, exploded at his brain, but it was all good.
See, what I thought they could have done was it was a fake recording, like it was like
just to motivate
live action,
just
but not for no. Like, maybe Samuel Jackson did it to, like, maybe he was keeping Colin Firth for some reason. But then...
Oh, maybe.
I don't care.
But then he
I
dies.
don't care. I'm not putting that much brain power to...
Yeah, the movie was extraordinarily stupid.
It was bad.
And it was trying to be like 3 different movies. It was trying to be this classy send-up to old Bond films. Then it tried to be a parody of the cheesiest of the Bond films.
And then it tried to be Austin Powers.
Then it tried to be Austin Powers, yeah.
I mean, it ends on an anal sex joke, so, like, why? That's not funny.
It was terrible.
People who defend that as being funny are people that I don't want to... They probably run really shitty skit YouTubes. Probably.
I mean, don't make me have to cut all this out.
What? It was just... They probably do. They probably think...
I mean, they might.
And then... Oh, watch Star Wars characters sing Smash Mouth All-Star. But I'm not going to do that. That's just a video I saw. That was kind of funny.
Yeah. Okay, see... I'm not saying my dad is the person you come to on whether or not a movie's good. But when we were watching... He started watching Kingsman without me. I came home about halfway through the movie. I think I was at work. And he was like... I really like this movie. And I was like, you won't. And it was like, I won't. I was like, you won't by the end.
Yeah, no.
It was like, you may really like it right now because it's still okay. And then the ending happened and he was like, wow. It was like an 11-year-old kid wrote the ending. I was like, yeah,
well,
it
was
is.
Mark Millar, so it's an 11-year-old stuck in a man's body. Not even a man. Have you ever seen Mark Millar? He's not much of a man.
No, I've never seen him.
He's not a man's man.
I know, but I know Matthew Vaughn changed enough in Kick-Ass to make it good when he made a movie.
Oh, God. Kick-Ass is such edgelord. Everything he's ever done is edgelord. Not Matthew Vaughn.
I thought the
Mark
movie was
Millar.
really good, though.
Yeah, but the comic.
And I think the second one is underrated. It was directed by Jeff Wadlow, who did Never Back Down, which was just a Karate Kid remake, but it was a better Karate Kid remake than the one that had Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith in it. So
that reminds me of that.
Take that, Jaden Smith.
That fake trailer of Jackie Chan killing kids.
That was awesome. We should we should put a link for that in the description. Yeah. That was pretty hysterical.
I forgot to watch the Dunkirk trailer, so we're not talking about that, but I'm pretty excited.
I saw it. It looks pretty good. It looked like a really really high production value World War II movie.
Hopefully he doesn't go like twisty on the end.
Yeah, I don't want it
like he did twisty. That weird The Inception, and then he did. You haven't seen Interstellar. I enjoy Interstellar. It's dumb sometimes, but like there's some like pretty heavy-handed dialogue.
Here's what I want to happen. I want people to stop thinking Christopher Nolan is like this amazing savant genius because he's not.
Memento. He was a savant at one point.
Well, okay, and Memento's really good, but then The Prestige is a really good movie.
God, the ending to that pissed me off.
It pissed you off?
The little twist is so stupid.
No, but you saw it coming like the whole time.
It's so dumb though. It's not a twist. It's just I think that. Wait, what are you talking about? Am I thinking of the same movie?
Maybe I don't want to spoil it.
Spoiler. So stop listening.
Stop listening for 5 seconds.
1, 2, 3.
When he has the twin brother. I thought it was leading up to that. Oh, a clone? It was a clone?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's stupid. No, that's stupid. Never mind. The Prestige had a stupid ending. It was a good movie, though. I like the cast.
Yeah, a good movie, stupid ending. A ton of movies are like that.
Yeah.
Nope, that's the only one.
I couldn't think of any examples.
That is absolutely the only one.
I think, what was it?
Oh, Prometheus.
No, see, I never liked Prometheus at any point.
I liked it when the mutated guy was attacking on the ship.
I guess.
That part was like, yeah, that's cool.
That was at least entertaining.
I'd go for it.
Anyway, my whole thing with Christopher Nolan, it's like, stop treating him like a genius. He's not a genius. He maybe has made some smart movies before, but he can make an entertaining movie that makes you feel like an idiot because of how much it over-explains to you what's going on. Like, Inception was basically just an insult to the intelligence of anyone who watched it.
People who think that movie is complicated.
Yeah. They're like, oh man, it's so deep. I'm like, he was dreaming.
He was dreaming a lot.
And then he dreamed some more, and then he dreamed a little more, and then he woke up.
And well, the ending is completely like, even Christopher Nolan said that there is no definitive ending. Like, he's come out and said that, like, you just form your own opinion.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like a cheap...
Yeah, it's a cop-out.
Yeah, it's just like...
Yeah, it's lame. That's what Cowboy Bebop does, and that's why Cowboy Bebop is the single most overrated anime of all time.
Still want to watch it.
It's a very good series. Like, it's good as an episodic series. Continuity-wise, garbage. No one has any character development whatsoever. Well, no one learns a thing. Which that could be the point. That was the point with Batman the Animated Series is that you keep trying to help people, but they won't get any better. But Batman's like, well,
I'm still gonna do it.
I still need to keep helping them.
I already made the suit.
You know how many millions of dollars I've funneled into this whole gig? I ain't gonna stop. I'm too stubborn. That's where it makes sense. But Cowboy Bebop didn't do it well at all.
Back to Kingsman, which we were on, I think, last.
Yeah.
There's a third movie already planned, so.
So that's how you know this movie's not going to have any cohesive arc.
I'm interested in seeing Jeff Bridges.
Yeah, sure.
I don't care for Channing Tatum.
Me neither. I think he's overrated.
He's a night dude. He was good in...
he's good in 21 Jump Street.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that I've
fantastic.
Oh, God.
He was great in the end. I mean, this is the end.
Yeah, he was great in this. He played a cowboy in...
In Django, it was garbage.
No. He wasn't in Django. He was in Hateful Eight.
Yeah. Hateful Eight.
And Hateful Eight was garbage. That's such a garbage movie. I'm sorry, Tarantino, if you ever listen to this. I love everything else you've ever done, but
literally everything else you've ever done is basically flawless.
Even Death Proof.
Yeah, no,
I will fight people over Death Proof.
I'll fight Tarantino over Death Proof. He started talking bad about Death Proof. I was like, you better not.
You're lucky that I'm terrified of you.
You're lucky that I am nothing compared to thee. Otherwise, you'd be in trouble.
Let's see. So, Kingsman we talked about. No, don't care about that. Josh Gad is the Penguin. Some artist made it. Don't care about that. I'm not really a big fan of Josh Gad.
What website are you on? It sounds lame.
Geek Tyrant.
What is that?
It's going through stuff that... You've shared a couple of their articles.
I have? Mm-hmm. I didn't even know that.
So,
they got a garbage website design.
There are 2 Guardians of the Galaxy runs right now in comics, and I don't know why, so I'm not going to talk about spend a lot of time on this, but I bought both of them. They're both #1 issues, and one's like Mother Entropy, and the other one is All New Guardians. So are they all new? They're all the same cast.
All new, all the same.
Yeah, I don't get what's going on at Marvel anymore.
Marvel's whole all new, all different thing, and it's and we got Iron Man and Spider-Man and the Hulk, and it's
yeah, they should have just created more characters instead of just recast. They've recast.
Yeah, they're just recasting.
Not even recasting, but they're comics-wise. We're talking.
I mean, that's basically what they're doing.
Yeah, they're just changing
the comics version of recasting.
Who's in the superhero, who's in the suit, and just make new characters.
Yeah, that's not compelling.
I'd much rather read a new character than read about a woman Iron Man. Although that woman Iron Man is pretty badass.
Yeah, I think that you probably picked the worst example.
She's becoming a War Machine.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
They think because they said by the end of the year, this year or next year, they're going to have everyone back in their original place.
Okay, well, is this their roundabout way of coming out with new characters?
I think it's their roundabout way of trying to sell comics again. Because
true.
No one buys them.
Yeah.
They geared their, which I don't want to get too political, but they geared their comics towards a
group of people
demographic
that
don't buy comics. Yeah. So, and they're already struggling. They were already struggling with comics. Actually, I think they're on the rise. Not Marvel, but I think in general comics, they've been on the rise recently.
I want to look into
probably because there's a giant wave of movies.
Yeah.
That have sparked interest. But
I've been trying to get into some comics. It's just hard.
Luckily,
it's hard to know where to.
We know of no illegal sites. Or to watch them or read them.
The current Power Rangers run is awesome.
Yeah,
I thought that was sweet. So I was enjoying that. Yeah.
Okay, so Alien Covenant is coming out next week.
I think it's next week. Something like that.
I'm pretty excited, I guess. I know earlier I said I wasn't excited, but
I still want to see it, but I'm not expecting much from it.
Yeah,
just
I'm
because
watch it, but
honestly, I don't
hate it.
I'm gonna watch it, but I'll hate every second of it.
Just like Justice League, I'm gonna go be there.
I'm not gonna go watch it. I'm not watching any DC movies now. Not in theaters.
It's got a not Justice League. Alien Covenant's got an 8.6 on IMDb.
IMDb is not
which means nothing. I know.
Yeah. Although I don't think you could get a good consensus until after it's been out.
Yeah, I don't either. So normally it drops. If anything is on IMDb, so it'll probably land at like a 7.8. On IMDb.
I'm not expecting it to be a bad movie, but I'm not expecting it to be like Alien.
I really wish they hadn't shown the alien popping out of the dude's back.
Yeah, that would have
been shocking as hell. Mm-hmm. And then I like Danny McBride in it. I like the cast. Like, I think Michael Fassbender's gonna be awesome, but I don't care that it's a sequel to Prometheus. Like, that's what.
I mean, either. That's what.
Also, I think that's Ripley's mother, because it looks just like. It looks like a mother or sister of it. It would be.
Yeah, it looks like a Ripley.
Age. And I really hate if they're going to do that, because not every movie has to be connected.
Yeah, I'm so sick of everyone being related.
The only movie that gets that only franchise that gets through or by with that is Star Wars, because that's what it's always.
And I wish they would actually stop.
Well, see, I don't mind.
I hope Rey is related to no one.
Rey's going to be Obi-Wan's granddaughter. I'm okay with that.
I'm more okay with her being Obi-Wan's granddaughter.
She better not be Luke's daughter.
Yeah, no, that'll be so freaking stupid. so freaking stupid. It'd be even worse if she's related to Kylo Ren. I mean, she will be related to Kylo Ren if she's...
No, she won't.
Skywalker's.
Yes, no, she won't. If she's Skywalker's, yeah.
Yeah.
But not if she's Obi-Wan's.
Yeah. No.
Unless Obi-Wan and Padme... Maybe Anakin maybe Luke was never... Not Luke. Maybe Anakin was never the dad.
Who did the rewrite of the prequels that said that it would have been better if...
Me.
Obi-Wan was... That's not what happened.
If you don't know that. If you don't know what I've been writing in my spare time.
If it was Obi-Wan who, like, had feelings for Padme at first, but then Anakin, like, has the stronger feelings. So Obi-Wan's just like, oh, okay, well, not supposed to like people anyway. Hey, Anakin shouldn't be liking people.
That would have just come... I think that ruins...
The rest of his story was significantly better.
I think Obi-Wan is fine how he was.
Except that he's basically the indirect cause of every single bad thing that happens in the Star Wars films.
Qui-Gon.
Okay, yeah. Sure, but after Qui-Gon's that, Obi-Wan takes up the mantle.
Yeah, but I mean, Qui-Gon was... I mean, Obi-Wan was at least doing his best. Qui-Gon was just like, I'm going to do this no matter what you say. And at that point, they just had accepted
Qui-Gon was just a loose cannon.
Yeah, and he died for it, so good.
Died for it and doomed basically everyone. Hey, I found this out-of-control genocidal maniac that I could raise for you. We don't want him.
Like
You're going to get him.
I don't know. I feel like there's not enough... I feel like with everyone... With...
how many people are involved?
Palpatine being, like, right in the... His plot is way too complex.
Yeah,
Why does he have to start a war?
He doesn't have to.
He's controlling both sides.
Yeah, there's no reason to.
Why?
Those movies are terrible.
Yeah, the prequels are bad.
Yeah.
I'm just not ever going to rewatch them because I don't...
I'm not either. Like, I don't
feel the need.
I'm done trying.
The need for speed.
Okay.
Anyway, Alien. Yeah.
Star Wars Episode 1 Racer for the N64, Dreamcast, PS2,
and the Clone Wars animated.
Yeah.
Is great. And the Clone Wars comics, or the comics that take place during the prequels are pretty great. Darth Maul is great.
Rebels is supposed to be great, but I haven't watched all of it yet. I watched the first season. It was pretty dang good.
I got something big spoiled for me.
You did? Mm-hmm. You better not tell it to me.
I'm not going to.
Because I haven't. I've avoided all the spoilers.
Real big got spoiled for me.
I swear to God, if I have to watch Ahsoka die, I'm going to be pissed. And I know it's going to happen. I know she's going to have to die.
I'm not going to say anything.
You don't.
Anyway, Covenant. And Ridley Scott wants to make 6 more films. So 6 more Alien films in 6 years.
Can someone, like, assassinate?
Michael Bay wants to make 14 Transformers.
Oh, yeah.
James Cameron's making, like,
80 Avatars.
Like 80 Avatar movies in the next 4 years.
Can someone, like, shoot some tranquilizers into these crazy old men?
Ridley Scott has got to be dead soon, I'm sure. He's got to be old.
He's not, like, crazy old.
He's 106.
There's people younger than him, that's for sure.
That's not...
Hey, okay, I'm right.
That's true.
When I'm right, I'm right. You gotta give me credit.
Oh, wait, maybe he's not that old. Oh, no.
I mean, he made Gladiator.
I'm a fool. That was Jerry Bruckheimer. He's 79.
It wasn't Jerry Bruckheimer. It was Ridley Scott.
He's 79.
Yeah.
Ridley Scott is 79. James Cameron is 62. Matt Damon's 46. Cool. Russell Crowe's 53.
Michael Fassbender's 40. When did that happen?
Sigourney Weaver is, well, he didn't get famous till, like, late.
Yeah, he looked young.
He was like 33 when he got... I'm trying to remember when I first saw him.
I first saw him in Inglourious Bastards.
I think that
where he was fantastic. And God, I love that part where he's like, well, if this is the end, hope you don't mind me go out speaking the kings.
Yeah.
Didn't he say, if this is the end, old bean, or old chap?
I don't even remember.
Something very British. And I was like, yeah, that was cool.
And then, okay, well, Ridley Scott did The Martian. That was pretty good. I mean, Ridley Scott's a great filmmaker. He did Blade Runner.
He's also a bad filmmaker.
He's not doing 2049. That is, we'll go to Blade Runner since I segued us in.
Yeah, you segued us in.
Sigourney Weaver us in, which I'm about to use that later.
Sigourney weaved us up in there.
I'm going to use that as a transition soon.
All right. I won't
prepare for it.
Prepare yourself.
God, I forgot where we were.
Blade Runner.
Right? Yeah, 2049 looks awesome. Scott Ryan got the goose.
Got the goose. I got the goose in it.
Ryan Gosling and old man Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Which is the only current version of Harrison. The only version of Harrison Ford, I suppose.
Yeah, it's the only one you can cast.
So I think he'll still be a replicant. I think he's just like got his tissue can age like
a Terminator.
Because lately Ridley Scott has done okay movies. I mean, he's won for 2. So
I think Gods and Kings was better than people said it was, but it was really slow.
I never saw it.
It's a very slow movie.
I never watched it, so.
It had really good set design, though. He's got a great attention to detail.
I'll probably never watch it. I should, though. But he's got, The Martian was
I'd give it about a 6. It was pretty good.
The Martian was, fantastic. And
I never saw it. I heard it was great, though.
Yeah, it's pretty...
Isn't Donald Glover in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's this one scene where he, trips on accident. Like, when they were filming, it wasn't supposed to happen. He, trips and he just, pops right back up. Yeah. And he, because it matches the character, great. But,
Okay.
So Blade Runner is coming out, and I'm pretty excited for that. That's what we were talking about earlier. I kind of like the idea of visiting movie futures, old movie futures, 30 years later. So, Star Wars did it with Force Awakens, and, Blade Runner did it 30 years. So I think you could go,
Except Star Wars was a long, long time ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
One time, the original thing for that supposedly was a long, long time ago in the not so far off future.
Wow, that's incredibly stupid. I'm glad they changed it.
Yeah, and someone pointed out to George Lucas that makes no sense.
It's like, hey, George, that's dumb. See, this was back when you could tell George things he did were dumb, so movies were good.
I don't know. If I created Star Wars, my head would be... I wouldn't even be able to fit through that.
Oh, yeah. But you also need to be arrested and kept from doing anything.
Yeah, that's true.
As soon as you've made Star Wars, your ego...
You're done.
Your ego's out of control. Sorry, we gotta lock you up, fam.
But yeah, it'd be cool to, maybe Demolition Man, or...
Oh, okay, yes. I want a new cool. Demolition Man. That would be awesome.
Or I think Escape from New York, Part 2. Just forget LA happened. Well, LA's fine, whatever. But bring old Kurt Russell back, and he's having to go back in one more time to save the president's dog.
He's got 2 eye patches now.
2 eye patches.
One of them's bionic, though.
He goes back in to save the president's dog. They inject him with poison, but not really.
Right.
But this time it is for real. Just like the first time it was for real.
As Snake Plissken struggles to use an iPhone.
That would be cool. I'm going to use Russell Crowe too, because I don't have any other examples, so I'm going to Russell Crowe my way out of it. Not Russell Crowe, I'm going to Kurt Russell my way out of this. I might Russell Crowe my way out of this and just fight you.
Yeah. Just start a fight.
Just start a fight. Oh, Russell Crowe way. Kurt Russell, Big Trouble in Little China is being remade. I hope he at least cameos.
Yeah, but I doubt he will.
Please.
Because I think he already said it wasn't necessary, so they're not going to have him on there.
God, he's just so, and that's another thing. They're using The Rock, which, okay, yeah, sure, that's fine.
That's how it's going to make money.
But, he's going to be way too buff for that role. There is no truck driver alive.
I don't even know if he's playing the same role. I think it's just going to be a completely different kind of movie.
No.
I could be wrong about that.
I think it's here, I'll look it up.
He's playing Kurt Russell's character?
I think he's Jack Burton.
That's
Jack
weird.
Burton.
That's weird.
I bought his shirt the other day.
Cool. Still weird.
The Rock, here's your Big Trouble in Little China complaints, and he has the perfect response. Meet me in the ring, WrestleMania. I sound like Macho Man now.
Yeah. The Rock dressed as Macho Man.
Oh, he has a genuine response to fans. Meet me in the ring.
Yeah, that's genuine.
I love reading the reactions from the fans. They were so polarized in the same way. I'm the same way. My response is, know that I come to the project with nothing but love and respect for the original, which is why we want to bring on John Carpenter.
That doesn't mean anything.
Oh, if John Carpenter remakes it, I'll be less angry.
Yeah.
But I'll still be angry.
But still, though.
Because Jack Burton is not, big at all. That's what we were saying last night. None of the action... Well, I mean, the big action heroes were, but, Patrick Swayze wasn't ripped. Nowadays, any lead male that's not a drama, it's any sort of action is a monster of a man.
Mostly because it's The Rock in all of those movies.
Yeah, The Rock. Vin Diesel's still huge.
Yeah, Vin Diesel I think is getting bigger.
Who's one of the smaller guys.
Yeah, he bulked up.
And then
he's also tall.
Yeah, 6'2". He's a man's man. Now you're a man.
See, when I hear a man's man, I just think gay. That's what I think that means. You are a man for another man. It's a man's man. Is that not what that means? I never understood that saying.
No, it's a man.
He's a manly man. A man's man.
Sigourney Weaver. The Sigourney Weaver. Defenders. She's the bad guy.
Right.
Bad girl. Bad gal.
Bad gal. Bad lady.
Bad Mama Jamma is what she is. I don't know who she is. Her character's name is...
Hambone?
No, Hambone, exactly.
Sigourney Weaver has Hambone.
What's her powers? She just ham bones, and it blows that big wave back. I don't think she's the one doing that power. In the trailer, you see the Defenders getting blown back by that force. in that one scene. It can't be. She's not the one doing that.
That's probably some.
I can't think of who would be doing that.
Some rando that's going to disappear in
I don't know.
a couple episodes.
They keep them, maybe.
Wait, it's like 8 episodes, right?
Yeah, which is great.
Thank God. They all should have been 8.
Yeah, they all need to be 8. The only one that I can say that was fine without being 8 was...
Season 1 of Daredevil.
Yep, that's it. Because even Luke Cage should have been 8. It would have been perfect. I think Luke Cage would have maybe been Daredevil if it had stayed.
The first villain, yeah.
Cottonmouth.
Yeah, he was so much better.
Yeah, Cottonmouth. And then there's Diamondback. Yeah,
Diamondback was not as good as Cottonmouth.
Spoiler.
There's 2 villains in Luke Cage, and one of them is good.
And one of the other ones looks... The other one, I mean, it's cool. I guess they went with like the comic costume, but it looks hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty...
It doesn't work when everyone else doesn't have a comic costume.
It's quite a mockery.
I think comic correct costumes would be great.
If everyone is wearing
comic,
them. Yeah.
Like when Luke Cage is wearing a yellow shirt and a pant and jeans.
Yeah, since we got like...
Jean shorts.
Jorts.
You know, Luke Cage and his jorts.
Yeah, I mean...
His big old Air Force Ones.
We might as well...
At this point, what's stopping us?
When you've got Psylocke in like a complete comic book accurate outfit, you should have Dark Phoenix in a comic book accurate outfit.
She was relatively, wasn't she?
Not really.
In my head,
I'm saying in the future, the Dark Phoenix saga, she should have the straight up Dark Phoenix look, and Rogue should have the Rogue outfit.
Yeah, I don't know why they can't do the Rogue outfit.
I don't know either.
That's the thing. Cosplayers have been doing it for like.
Cosplayers are like, hey,
years.
See how awesome this looks? And Hollywood's like, no.
What are you talking about?
We don't got taste.
What is this? Anyway,
we live in California.
She's the villain. I don't know who she plays. Her name, I saw her name. It's like
Sigourney Weaver woman.
Veronica or like Angela or Angelica.
Veronica Mars.
Veronica Mars, that's who she's
Angelica
playing.
Pickles.
Angelica Pickles is the villain in the Defenders. But Mike Coulter said that, the guy who plays Luke Cage said that he's a cool dude. She has a connection to all of them. All of the characters.
I am your father.
I'm your father, Sigourney Weaver.
Boy, was that unexpected.
I don't know how she can have a connection to all of them, though. Unless she's Claire's mom.
Oh, yeah, and Claire's connected to all of them.
Which I don't like. I know we disagree on that, but...
No. What we disagreed on... Okay, I think it's fine that Claire appears in all 4, but she didn't need to be like a main character in all 4, and she wasn't a main character in Jessica Jones. She's just like in there.
In Iron Fist, it was so forced. It was like, why is she?
Yeah, in Iron Fist, it was too much. Yeah, it was weird that she went to China with them.
Yeah, that's such a terrible scene too.
Yeah,
they're like spying on this building from like 30 feet away.
Yeah, and it's
I don't even want to talk about Iron Fist.
God, it's such a
just can't.
Iron Fist is garbage.
Yeah,
skip it if
garbage.
you can.
I'll fight everybody.
It's irredeemable garbage.
That's just our go-to.
Fight me.
You think
fight me through the microphone.
Let's do it. Okay.
If you want to prove me wrong intellectually, you better kick my ass.
Ooh. That's a good line. I was trying to read and then I heard it. I was going to talk about the Inhumans, but you don't know much about Inhumans.
Nah, so. I know that Medusa looks very cool. Strange.
Except Medusa, yeah.
I don't think she looks bad. It just looks like, that's a TV show budget.
It also doesn't look like Reader is there. Because apparently that is not Reader in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I haven't seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I will probably never finish Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
It's not him. It's a I can't remember his name. But his ability was teleportation.
Yeah. Well, Reader can if he uses his
little, but it's not him. Like I checked, it wasn't him.
So anyway, Reader doesn't look like he's in it, which is kind of disappointing because he's the coolest. But
isn't he kind of OP?
Yeah, he's very OP.
Yeah, that's probably
he,
why.
Reads comes true. Like he read, when he was a kid, he read Fahrenheit 451, and then when he fell asleep, he burned his house down and killed his family.
Oh God, that's crazy.
And so they cut it the Inhuman. I don't think it was Medusa, but they cut his eyes out.
Oh gosh.
So he couldn't read.
Well, what's his power now?
He can read. He has the Braille. He keeps
gotcha.
Braille cards on a ring.
Okay.
And if they say gun, he can read it, or
God, that's too cool.
He can reverse Tom and stuff.
That's literally too cool to even comprehend.
Yeah, he's sweet. He's
Don't
awesome.
put him in anything.
I want to do a cosplay. Yeah, he doesn't.
It's literally too awesome to be allowed.
Ryan Johnson asked J.J. Abrams to change the ending of The Force Awakens. I'm going to read that later. We're not going to talk about that.
I beg your pardon?
Because it's too much. Apparently he didn't, though.
He didn't ask him to change it?
He did ask him, but I don't think Abrams changed it. Well, damn it. Now I'm going to read it.
Is Ryan Johnson... Is he the one that's good? He's the guy that did Looper? Right?
I don't know. Do you have a phone?
You have a phone. You were.
I know, but I'm looking at the article.
Okay, I can check it out.
Ryan Johnson and Ryan. Maybe it's Ryan. Oh, Ryan.
Yeah, he did Looper. He's the one that's a good director. It's the one that's doing episode 9 that's a garbage.
Yes, the
he did
big favor I asked if Part 2 could come with Rey and if BB-8 could stay behind with the Resistance. Originally it was BB-8 who went with Rey, which makes sense for the story in a way, but I asked, can you do me this and solid and switch droids? Oh, clickbait.
Yeah, that's clickbait.
I don't even care.
This site sucks.
This site sucks.
Colin Trevorrow is the one that's making episode 9. And his resume consists of he made a terrible Jurassic Park sequel, and that's it.
Well, in his defense, 3 people have made terrible Jurassic Park sequels.
He is in a large...
In his absolute defense.
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg's the only man.
He's the only man that can make Jurassic Park work.
Although Ian Malcolm, we might as well talk about that. Ian Malcolm is coming back. He's back, baby.
I'm
Australian. I'm not stealing that. In Jurassic World 2.
Yeah, okay. So it's Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, that is Jeff Goldblum.
That's his character's name?
How dare
I only know him as Jeff Goldblum. How dare you? I know him as Jeff Goldblum and everything.
How dare you? I gotta check to make sure I'm right.
I don't know what the character's name is in The Fly. I've seen The Fly 5 times, and he is just Jeff Goldblum to me.
I'm gonna get blasted. It is Ian Malcolm. Booyah!
Hey, you got it.
Get out of here. I'm gonna talk to them myself. I ain't gotta have you to bounce off anything. You're just wrong.
I'm just objectively wrong.
Okay, so the Raid director has a new movie.
Yeah?
Gareth Evans. I know his name. I don't know why I said the Raid director. He's been working on a cult thriller film project called Apostle. Today we got our first photo and a synopsis. I hope it's not a synopsis. It's a
Does
summary.
anyone do a kung fu in it? Because he good at that.
The year is 1905. Thomas Richardson travels to a remote island to rescue his sister after she's kidnapped by a mysterious religious cult demanding a ransom for her safe return. It soon becomes clear that the cult will regret the day it baited this man as he digs deeper and deeper into the secrets and lies upon which commune is built. I was skipping the... It's not a kung fu film, sadly. I hope to make a kung fu film with him one day, but this is not it. It's a dark thriller set on a religious cult on an island in 1905, and it's about a man who's going to rescue his sister.
I wonder if it'll be good.
Probably. Because just the vengeance. It soon become clear that the cult will regret the day it baited this man. Stars Dan Stevens from Legion. You know Dan Stevens from Legion.
I've never seen Legion. I've heard it's super good, though.
I like it. A lot of people don't. I'm surprised you heard it was good.
Oh, really?
I like it.
I've not heard a single crossword about Legion.
I don't remember him in Legion. I think he lied.
This article's just full of it.
Oh, he was in this movie. I've seen this movie.
What movie?
I don't know.
You just say this movie.
I've seen this trailer. I've seen this picture before. I think it's a Netflix movie.
Oh, it's just a screenshot from it.
Yeah.
Downton Abbey?
No, he says he left Downton Abbey.
Are you sure that's not from Downton Abbey? It looks pretty Downton Abbey-ish.
Yeah, with the gun and the red neon lights.
Yeah.
So that's pretty exciting. Dan Stevens, Legion. I don't remember him being in Legion.
If I hear Downton Abbey, first thing I think about is a 9.
Oh, he's Legion the show, not the movie. He's
That's it. The show.
I thought you meant the movie.
No one talks about the movie. It was garbage.
I forgot Legion. I like the movie.
You're the only person.
You're the only person. He plays David Haller.
No, I'm not.
He plays David Haller in Legion, who is Professor X's son.
Oh, I didn't know that. Thanks for spoiling.
Sorry. Well, I thought you would know that.
Piece of trash.
He's 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. Legion is pretty good. Haven't seen it. It's supposed to be pretty good.
But you are able to spoil it for everyone else. That's all we got to
talk about it. It says his name.
Professor X2.
It says
Professor X.
They say his name often.
Wait. Professor Xavier.
Charles Xavier.
Yeah, I couldn't remember his first name.
Professor Junior. David Haller. I don't know if they've revealed that he is his son, or if they're even keeping with that canon. They may not be. Okay. How much? What's our time? What are we running at?
Coming up on the hour.
Ooh, we got 20 more minutes to fill.
20? We're doing an hour 20?
I'm doing an hour and 20. How are you doing?
All right. I mean,
well, that's what most.
Do you think
like.
we
Most
can
are
go?
Like an hour and like 17 minutes.
Do you want to talk about?
Right. We watched the movie.
DOTG2?
Got good.
Yeah. All right.
Sylvester Stallone. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, he's in the movie.
Yeah.
He's not in too much of it.
He's the whole movie.
I mean, that's a lie, but
you want to bet?
All right.
I don't know.
I don't know what your definition of the whole movie is.
The Crow reboot, R rating and budget confirmed.
So are we not talking about Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, we are. I'm still reading. Sorry.
Gotcha. Well, Michael Rooker is a good actor.
He is a very good actor. I really enjoy him.
And Chris Pratt doing a lot of emotions.
Wait, are we doing no spoilers? Yeah, we're doing the spoilers after. We'll talk about anything that actually has spoilers. We'll give a fair warning.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like
this. Everyone dies. The Guardians lose.
You get lots of emotion from Chris Pratt, more than you did in the first one, that's for sure. And
that's mainly because all his team gets killed in front of him.
That is, okay.
They get beheaded. Thanos catches them.
This movie reconfirms to me that Drax is the funniest character.
Yes, and all the characters are brilliant. I think the weakest character, in my opinion, not just in this...
Baby Groot. Just because I don't think he was a full character yet. Oh, well, Gamora doesn't get as much to do, but she does get one really important thing
in either movie. She just feels like... It may just be Rosario Dawson. No.
That's not Rosario Dawson.
I didn't say that, though.
You pleb.
No, I didn't.
Zoe Saldana.
Zoe Saldana. That's what I said. Replay it.
She is immensely attractive.
Oh, yeah, she is. That's not what I said, though. You know who she's not as attractive as? That waitress. The angel that...
Oh, yeah, the angel that delivered your avocado toast. No, I think she's not given enough to do, but she still got to do important things in this one. There's a lot more Nebula than I was expecting.
Well, Nebula, James Gunn talked about giving Nebula her own spinoff, but I think if you give Nebula a spinoff, you need to throw Gamora in there too.
Just so she has something to do.
And have a sisters movie.
Yeah.
Sister.
Oh, that'd be cool though. Yeah, finally, Sister comes back as Gamora and Nebula.
The Parent Trap with Thanos and Gamora and Nebula.
Oh, man. I wish I had Photoshop skills, because I would make that cover.
We need to...
But yeah, there's a lot more Nebula than I was expecting. There's a lot more Yondu than I was expecting. In fact, they're basically treated as full members of the team as far as, like, screen time.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. I think, personally, and maybe I just need to get more time for it and rewatch the first one, but I personally enjoyed it more than the first one. It's one of the few sequels. Actually, there are actually a lot of sequels in the Iron Man, in the Marvel... and not in the Iron Man.
Right, yeah.
And the MCU sequels that are better. Civil War.
Yeah, Civil War is the best.
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier is also really good.
That's it.
Age of Ultron was not
better.
better.
I had to say. I guess Winter Soldier is the only real... Well, I think Iron Man 3 is better than...
Yeah, no, I think Iron Man 3 is better than Iron Man 2, that's for sure. I'm not so sure about it being better than Iron Man 1. I think it's probably a better film, but Iron Man 1 is so much fun.
Winter Soldier is
so satisfying.
Winter Soldier is a better film than Civil War.
Winter Soldier, I still hold this opinion. I think Winter Soldier is still the best film in the entire MCU. I still like it more than Civil War. That's hard. That's difficult.
No. I agree completely. I was thinking MCU, so I was about to throw Logan out there, but
oh no,
I was going to get swatted down.
Oh yeah, I think Logan, as far as being a film, it's one of the best comic book films.
Yeah,
and when we say film, we mean like a serious movie.
We're being pretentious knobs.
Yeah, that's supposed to be like it had a good script, it had good acting.
I'd say it has critical merit.
Yeah,
a good movie doesn't have critical.
A good movie doesn't need critical merit. A good movie is there to be entertaining and fun, and you're supposed to like it.
I haven't seen them, but I would say Fast and the Furious movies.
Oh yeah, they're movies, and they're
Hardcore Henry is a good movie. It's not a good film.
Yeah, it's a great time.
But a good film would be like Godfather. That's not a good movie. You wouldn't just watch that for fun.
Yeah, no, because it's not fun.
No, there's a ton of blood though and shooting stuff. So if you like shooting stuff, just watch every 45 minutes.
Yeah,
to an hour.
Someone gets jacked up.
And the movie's like 14 hours long, so at least. And Marlon Brando reads lines off of Robert Duvall's chest, so that happened. That's actually why he was cast, because
he could read lines off of Robert Duvall's chest.
Robert Duvall was cast because his chest is the perfect size.
Perfect shape for lines. Cards. Yeah.
They're like, hold this poster board and wrap it around you.
Gave his career a huge shot in the arm just because he had the right chest shape.
That's why you never skip chest day. This is a fitness podcast now.
Yep.
Buys for the curls for the girls and thighs for the guys. How about that? Get them. All right, I'm out of here.
Yeah. Bye, Dallas.
That was all I did. What were we talking about?
I think Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
It's It's a better film.
Yeah, it's a better film.
Easily.
It's got better character. It's got better like development and stuff, and it feels like more important things happen in it. It almost felt like Guardians of the Galaxy 1 was this fun trip we got to take away from the normal Marvel stuff. This one felt like it actually like...
Yeah.
It felt more important to the characters.
Well, yeah, because you got a lot more character development, and even in Rocket and all of them, obviously Star-Lord and
oh man,
Kurt Russell was incredible in it. And
yep.
I mean,
he's a fantastic actor. I don't know if he can do any wrong. He was the best part of Hateful Eight by far.
Yeah.
As soon as he's
I don't want to spoil it, but yeah.
I mean, every scene without Kurt Russell in Hateful Eight feels significantly weaker than every scene that has him in it.
He also seems way older in Hateful Eight than he does in Guardians of the Galaxy. Anyway,
I think it's because he grew that beard out.
Michael Rooker is fantastic.
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone.
Michael Rooker needs to be way more expensive after this movie.
Yeah.
Like he needs to be much more difficult to hire. Because, man, he proved himself.
And then he finally gets the... well, I don't want to say that.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. That's not a spoiler, but that's one of the best parts of the movie.
He finally gets the fin too. The fin he has in like the comics, because he's in the... Well, it's not as big in the comics. I mean, it's like 4 foot off his head.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way he walks through doors. Well, Sylvester Stallone's in it. That's pretty sweet. He's not in it much, but he's in it enough.
Yeah, it was funny. Like Yondu gets a character arc. Nebula gets a character arc.
Yeah.
Gamora gets a character arc. Like she has development. It's crazy how much time they had to devote to everyone and have it make sense.
I would even say the only person that didn't get character arc was Baby Groot, because
he's a baby.
He's a baby. He's a poor little baby.
He's a smaller
in a grown man's world. He's funny though. He's hilarious, and he actually has really adorable moments.
And he's not overused. He's not shoved in your face for every single joke. And he doesn't, he's not used as just for comic relief, even though he's funny. Because everyone is capable of comic relief in this movie.
There's well, I don't want to spoil anything. There's one scene where, because he doesn't really understand what people want him to do, because like in the teaser you see that part with the bomb.
Yeah, he doesn't know which button. I am Groot.
Yeah,
he doesn't know which button to push.
But there's one part where he's having to like find something and bring it back, and he keeps bringing back the wrong thing. And like I thought it was going to get old after they did it like 3 times, but they do it like 7 times,
and it was still funny.
And even the final one is like hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, so I was like, that's pretty entertaining. But Rocket finally gets a pretty good arc. Or I shouldn't say finally. He's only been in 2 things, but
I think Rocket's arc is better than it was in the first one.
Yeah, he didn't really have one in the first one because he was still... Mm-hmm. But yeah.
And his emotion is more than just reactionary in the second one.
Bunch of great quips. Drax is probably the only one that didn't get an actual character arc, but he had he had it in the first one.
Yeah.
So, he kind of gets
He's really entertaining, and he sort of gets one. Like he
with Mantis, who was pretty sweet.
Yeah, him and Mantis have great chemistry.
Mantis did an amazing job, that actress. I thought she was hilarious. Like the way she clearly put a lot of work into her
her speech patterns. And
no spoilers, because I mean I haven't seen the big final trailer, but the villain in this one is actually memorable. Like very memorable. Like probably the second best, if not. Well, I'll say Loki has had way more movies.
Yeah, I'd say from a one movie standpoint, this movie's villain is the best one they've had. Which is unfortunate, because my biggest criticism for most Marvel villains is that they're there and they're gone.
Yeah.
But as far as the one-offs, this one has been the best.
Yeah. Even if Thor only had 1 movie and you never saw Loki again for the Avengers, I believe this villain is a better villain than Loki was in Thor 1.
I think Guardians of the Galaxy is the only kind of sub-series in Marvel that gets to say all of its movies so far have been fantastic. Because the first Avenger was the weak point for Captain America. Iron Man 2 was the weak point for Iron Man. The Dark World was the weak point for Thor. What, you going to say something
That was your first one? Never mind. You said Captain America.
Yeah.
I still don't think it was a weak... it was the best of the weak ones, though.
Yeah. No, I think first
Age
Avenger...
of Ultron sucked.
Yeah.
It doesn't suck. It's not awful.
Yeah, it's not awful. No, none of the movies are awful, but it was...
Doctor Strange is 1 for 1.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm comparing the ones that have had more than 1 movie. Guardians of the Galaxy is 2 for 2 as far as like being stellar.
And James Gunn is doing 3, confirmed.
So it's probably going to be great.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I think
it is after Infinity
He's
War.
the only one to direct an entire trilogy. They've had like different directors basically for every film.
Did the Russo brothers do?
They did Winter Soldier and Civil War.
Okay, they didn't do
the
and
original.
they're doing Infinity War.
Yeah. But
or whatever. Is it called Infinity War?
Yeah. Avengers 3 is called Infinity War. Avengers 4 is the working title, but it's going to have a different title.
Are they still doing 2 parts?
No. No, Infinity War is just one movie.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I was very, very, very happy about that.
James Gunn also confirmed that the Guardians are like barely in Infinity War.
Yeah.
He didn't say barely. He just said they're not a huge part.
Yeah,
which I think is kind of weird because
it's not a movie about the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a movie about the Avengers.
Well, I don't know how well that's going to work because none of the Avengers have personal stakes so far in Thanos.
For Thanos?
And 3 of the Guardians, 2 of the Guardians.
Drax, Gamora, and Nebula all have like serious personal stakes.
Against.
So that's 3 Guardians characters that have way more against Thanos.
So I'm worried about Infinity War.
Maybe Infinity War establishes the personal stakes with the Avengers.
Yeah, I mean it'll have to.
Just comes in and murders Bucky.
I remember which movie didn't have a. Civil War didn't have an after credit scene.
Yeah,
but it did.
That's what it was. It did? Huh?
It's in the middle of the movie. It's when Tony sees that, or is it Tony? No. It's when
I don't know what you're talking about. Thor?
They have a vision of like all the Avengers are like dead at Thanos.
Oh yeah, fate. Tony has that.
I think that's the post credit scene. I think that takes place in Infinity War.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like though. But instead of putting it at the end, they put it in the middle, mid credits. I feel like pre-credit scene.
Yeah, I feel like maybe the Guardians will come in like halfway. Like once they go to space or something, and they're gonna fight Thanos, and like the Guardians are like, "Hey, we're fighting them too." I
think Iron Man will be the connection between the Avengers and the Guardians. You know you're gonna get a Guardians Avengers spot.
Yeah, at first. Oh god, I hope we do.
You'll have to.
You know, Drax and Thor would really get along.
Oh yeah, because they both don't kind of understand. Thor understands more, but
Thor doesn't understand as many social cues because he's a rich kid, and it doesn't.
Well, and he grew up on a completely different planet.
Well, yeah, and that affects. It's kind of a different society, but with Drax, well, so did Drax, but it's Drax's species that can't understand social cues.
Yeah.
Like
he can't understand. He doesn't understand sarcasm either, does he?
Yeah, no.
Or like
he takes everything at face value.
Yeah, nothing can go over my head.
My reflexes are too fast.
I would catch it. That was one of my favorite ones. I need to rewatch the first one and the second one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think overall Guardians.
I think go see it absolutely.
Before we get before we get into the spoiler-ish side of it.
Yeah, go see it. Now we'll go into spoilers.
But I would give it a 9. I'd give it a 9 out of 10.
Give it a 9?
Yeah. 8.5, 9.
I'll give it an 8.5.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to determine because like a 10, I don't think Pulp Fiction is the only 10.
I don't think Marvel's done a 10 yet, but they have done 9s. I would give Winter Soldier and Civil War 9s. I think I'd give Iron Man 1 an 8.5.
I'd give Dark World 10.
Dark World's a 10 out of 10.
Perfect.
There's like
just for the bull guy.
There's literally like 2 action scenes in that whole movie.
Oh, we forgot to talk about Thor Ragnarok. So we'll quick.
Oh.
Definitely excited for that.
Yep, that looks awesome.
Yep, we'll talk about that more once
I've never been more hyped for Thor, which is saying something.
Once it comes out. I've never been more excited for just a movie in general. You know, my hype going into Guardians wasn't that high, actually.
I think it had fizzled out.
For how much I love the
OG.
Yeah. I think that's what happens is the closer I get to the movie releasing, the more I ignore it. So like by the time it's there, by the time it's there, I'm just like, because we don't watch trailers. Like if it's a movie that we've never heard of, we'll watch a trailer. Yeah. Or at least I don't want to speak for you. But
I stop watching trailers once I've been convinced to go see it. Like once it's like, oh no, I'm seeing that.
Yeah.
But it was different with Terminator Genisys. Because Terminator Genisys, the first trailer, I was like, oh no, I like that idea. That'll be a cool way to kind of retcon it while making it, make sense. But then the second trailer came out where John Carter is a Terminator, and I was like, John Connor, yeah. It's like John Connor's a Terminator. I'm like, I'm not seeing that garbage.
Yeah,
that is too stupid for me to even bother with.
Yeah.
And then turned out, hey, it was too stupid to even bother with.
Yeah. James Cameron said he liked it. Well, he's wrong.
James Cameron made Avatar, so who can really trust his taste?
He also made Titanic, so back up. He also made T2.
Titanic was pretty good. Yeah, that's true.
the sequel to Titanic.
But most recently,
T2.
he made Avatar, so, you know...
He made Aliens.
He made a lot of good movies.
Get off of him.
But he
Back off.
Okay, alright.
You're not getting this.
Okay, spoilers. Anyway, go see Guardians of the Galaxy 2 if you liked the first one.
That's the spoiler. That's the spoiler.
No, I'm just saying, before we move on to spoilers, if you liked the first one, absolutely go see the second one if you like Marvel films, or if you just like comic book films, or if you like space films.
Movies, or if you just like films.
Yeah.
You just like to
if you like enjoying yourself. If you don't like enjoying yourself, then don't.
Then go watch it. Because then you will.
You'll suddenly figure out, oh no, I do like happiness.
Apparently, this is something I'm into.
The possibilities.
But
Anyway.
yes, spoilers.
This is the official cutoff.
Yeah, right now.
Kurt Russell is a great villain.
Yes, he is. He's also the dad.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell is dad?
Kurt Russell is dad. The moment where he kind of... I mean, you figure out he's a villain before he convinces Peter to turn against him. Because
you figure it's pretty much confirmed right before.
Yeah, like, he's this basically cosmic god, and how is he not going to be evil? Because he doesn't care about mortals anymore.
I didn't think he was... I still, even up until they revealed that it was his plan to, like...
To kill his mother?
No, just to, like, spread the infection all over. I thought there was something on the planet.
To expand himself?
I thought there was something in the planet that was, like, corrupting him.
Oh, okay.
So I thought they were going to have to fight something in the planet. I thought it was going to be one of the stones or something.
Oh.
So I don't know if all the Infinity Stones have been found out. It's hard to keep up with.
That could have been a way to...
But until he was like, when I had to put that tumor in her brain.
It broke my heart to put that tumor in her head. And then, at that point, everyone, including Chris Pratt, wanted him dead.
Yeah. Chris Pratt, like, that was like the coolest scene in that movie, and in my opinion, because he just goes... What? And then pulls both guns and just starts yelling like, away. You killed my mother, and it starts like just taking him apart. That was so cool. The whole ending was cool. And then Yondu, I think, had a nice send off. I really wish
really good send off.
He wasn't though.
He wasn't dead.
Yeah, because I really enjoy him.
Yeah, by the end of that movie, Yondu was one of my favorite Guardians of the Galaxy.
I really wouldn't mind a Ravagers before he started doing what he did to... Well, I guess before he started, you figure out why...
Yeah, you figure out why Yondu didn't deliver Peter to Ego.
Well, you also figure out what he did to get kicked out. Well, I guess you didn't know he was kicked out of the Ravagers.
Yeah. You find out he was kicked out from Stallone's character, and Stallone is kind of like the head Ravager guy. You find out that Yondu got kicked out because he broke one of the Ravagers' rules and was dealing in trafficking children.
Yeah, but he was getting paid by Ego the Living Planet, who was Kurt Russell.
Yeah, Kurt Russell, like...
In real life.
Well, yeah. In real life, Kurt Russell is Ego the Living Planet. Ego was... Oh, no, I mean, if they know spoilers, they know this.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you know that. But that was our just opinion on it. I thought it was pretty badass.
It made Yondu from the first movie make more sense, because it's like, oh, that's why he just randomly kidnapped this kid.
And like his redemption, like the funeral.
Yeah, God, that was really good.
Like when Yondu's so pissed and he's talking to Stallone, says that whole... Where he's like, the banners will never fly over your funeral, like the blah, and like Yondu like looks like he's about to cry, and I was just like, Jesus.
Yeah, and then at the end, they do like all the Ravagers show.
Yeah, like I was like,
I was so close to crying.
Yeah, I was tearing up. I was like, shit, that's really emotional.
And then like when Peter's like, I guess I did have a really cool dad. It was like, oh
David
gosh.
Hasselhoff,
Yeah, David Hasselhoff was my dad in the end.
That was really cool. And then, what was I just about to say? Oh, I guess we should talk about the post-credit scene since we kind of got the
There's 5 of them.
The first one was the arrow. Wasn't it?
Where he was playing with the arrow. Yeah, and he gets stuck in Drax's chest.
I hope he stays around for 3.
Yeah, I
hope he's like a Ravager captain.
He was likable. He was learning the fin.
The mutiny scene was pretty rough.
Yeah, that was really dark. Surprisingly dark.
Like, I wasn't expecting that at all.
They were killing everyone.
Taserface.
Yeah, they were killing every Ravager that was on Yondu's side.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. And I hate that they killed the Irish guy. Can't remember his name, but he's like in everything. Mm-hmm. And I love that guy. He's in everything. It was Sons of Anarchy and Braveheart. He's in Braveheart.
Yeah, it was really like cold and cruel The way they were killing him, like they were just throwing him out into space.
Literally cold.
And then like laughing at them and stuff. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, so that was pretty good. And then the second scene was the second scene Groot as a teenager?
I think so, yeah.
That was hilarious.
Him being an angsty teen.
Yeah, that was great. That was so... Now I know how Yondu felt.
Yeah.
Your vines, I keep tripping over your vines.
Yeah. You numbing your head with that stupid game all day.
Then he just mocking him with that.
Yeah, Groot. I want teenage Groot. I want angsty teenage Groot in Volume 3.
I feel he'll be older.
Yeah, he'll be older than an angsty teen, but
I don't know.
That was a good joke though,
because it doesn't show how long in that time it was, and that would be a new, even better way to do that character again.
Yeah,
to make him like a teenager.
Yeah.
Then you could have like Tom Holland and. They haven't confirmed he'll be in Infinity War.
Gosh, that would be so cool.
Yeah, they haven't confirmed he'll be in Infinity War, but Infinity War is going to have to be like 3 hours long.
Like an MCU Young Justice would be so cool.
Yeah, like it's got to be like 3 hours long. Like at least 2 hours and 45 minutes. I mean, it's going to be a lot.
It needs to be a lot. What was the other? Another post credits was the Adam Warlock.
Oh, Adam Warlock is going to be in not in Infinity War. He's going to be in Volume 3. He'll be the bad guy.
I think it'll be the Guardians of the Galaxy teaming up with Stallone's Ravagers, and they're going to fight Adam Warlock.
Yeah. And the Goldie people, Goldie Bears.
I can't remember what they were called. I'm so glad they weren't the villains.
Yeah, because I thought they were going to be.
They were not very compelling.
No.
I was like, they're just douchebags.
They were funny when they were getting like, I don't know.
When they were getting embarrassed. Yeah. That was funny. They
were getting so frustrated.
Because they're trying so hard to be above everyone else.
And like Rocket's little...
Yeah.
You put the wrong eye.
I'm using the wrong eye again. Yeah. Also, a surprising lack of old jokes coming back from the first movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which was good.
There were any.
It was almost like James Gunn can just write new jokes.
The absolute madman.
What a freaking lunatic.
Being creative.
Austin Powers, this was not.
And then... What was the other scene? Sly. Stallone. I can't remember his name.
Stallone putting together the new...
Well, he was Starhawk.
Yeah, he was Starhawk.
But, I mean, that's not...
Him and Ving Rhames and Miley Cyrus and two other people.
It was the 1975 Guardian Galaxy lineup. At the end, like, they're all... That was a really sweet scene. Ving Rhames is a monster.
They made him a monstrosity.
Yeah, like, he's way taller.
He looked to be like 10 feet tall.
Yeah, they'll probably be in 3. I wonder if they're going to call each other or call themselves something else.
I don't know.
Other than who was voicing the Oscar? Because his voice was
sound
super familiar. Yeah,
you should look it up.
I will do that. What was the 5th scene? No, the 5th scene was Warlock.
Yeah. No. Whoa, was it?
There were 5 scenes.
I don't remember. Yeah, I can't remember what else happened.
Harold the Duck was not in the after.
No, Howard the Duck. No, he was just in the credits. Like when they were doing the roll by, they had to
yeah, but he was in the movie.
Yeah, he was in the actual movie. Yeah, I can't remember.
Shit, I can't either.
All of the after the credits.
We might have to cut some of this.
5 after.
The characters are seen. Oh, Stan Lee. He's talking to the Watchers.
Yeah,
Uatu. I've never heard that pronounced, so I've only read it.
The Watchers?
No, Uatu is the Watcher that watches over Earth.
Oh, okay.
But that was cool when
Stan Lee was like a cosmonaut talking to the Watchers, telling them some crazy adventures.
Brought him onto the moon to talk to him.
That means he broke out of the collector's. Oh no, wait, that was the unused after the credits scene. Never mind. Yeah, they put Stan Lee in a different place.
Well, he's talking about all the dimensions he existed in. Because he's like, I was the mailman in room 1. I was the mailman.
Yeah, I was a federal postman.
Yeah, so he's got to be Stan Lee. That has to be actual Stan Lee.
Yeah, it's Stan Lee talking about.
Wall break.
Yeah, it was. He was talking about all the different occupations he's held because he's
the Spider-Man one, or that was Fantastic Four, where he's the mailman.
Yeah,
I'm very fluent in all of Stan Lee's cameos.
There's a lot of them. Yeah, to know all of them, it's pretty impressive.
There's got to be some he's missed, like at least one he's missed.
I don't think he was in Ghost Rider.
I highly doubt it.
I mean,
who was in Ghost Rider?
Could have been in
Idris Elba. He was in the second one.
Yeah,
and that's sad.
The second one was dope. I don't even know what you're talking about.
No, I mean, it's just sad that... I don't know. I wish Idris Elba would play Ghost Rider. I think Idris Elba is just a cool dude. He could play literally anything.
He was like a drunk priest in the second one.
Yeah.
He was pretty cool.
I believe it. Let's see, Stanley.
The worst part about the second one was the fact that they had to completely retcon what the devil was like.
I don't remember.
But it was because the devil in the first one just didn't work out very well.
I need to rewatch the second one.
The first one, he was almost like a pseudo Palpatine. Which,
I remember that.
Palpatine can be my devil any day.
Okay, Stan Lee has not been in Blade, Blade 2, X-Men 2, The Punisher.
He wasn't in X-Men 2?
Apparently not.
Wow, that's a pretty big
Blade
one.
Trinity, Elektra, Man-Thing, Ghost Rider, Punisher Warzone, X-Men Origins Wolverine, X-Men First Class, or Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance.
I did not know he wasn't in First Class.
And the Wolverine and X-Men Days of Future Past.
Wow. I guess he doesn't show up for the Fox stuff very often.
He's not in Fan4Stick either.
Well, that movie was total garbage, so no one misses him.
He's not in Logan.
He's not in Logan. I think maybe that would have been weird.
It would have been an odd... You would have had to add him in a very specific part.
Yeah.
Like as one of the casino goers.
Yeah.
But he would have had to been like... Grr.
And that point, it almost seems like in bad taste.
Yeah.
That movie was too dark to
Especially
ever have
considering
Stanley.
he's 187 years old. He is...
Yeah, look it up. That's how old Stanley is. 187.
He's been canceling his appearances still.
Oh, God,
Recently.
I hate that.
That's
I remember when you were
scary.
like, I sure hope nothing's wrong. I'm like, he's like 98. And you're like, what?
I was like, no, he's not that old.
I didn't know he was going to die that soon. Who knows? He might live to be 106 or something.
I hope he lives forever.
He hasn't had like dementia or anything. Like he's not lost his mind.
I'll give him my life energy.
Yeah.
I'll die for the...
Guys, we have to make a spirit bomb to blast Stan Lee with.
It's the only
Stop
way.
praying for my grandfather. He's too strong.
One of my favorite memes. Okay, so we got... I think we're good. I think
that's about it.
We got the Garts of the Gax.
Garts the Gax talking about some Ridley Skidleys.
Oh, should we talk about Ridley Skidleys?
Some alien Cunnanan.
Waitress at first watch, if you were listening to this.
You're listening to this. You want to add on Facebook?
You want to go FaceTime?
What's FaceTime? Is that an Apple
I play
app?
for Atlanta United. God, no, I don't.
Is it FaceTime? Is that an Apple app?
No, FaceTime is...
That's just
yes, it is an Apple app.
Okay. I was right.
Got it. But yeah, no, that was another thing that she tried to make a joke about being on Atlanta United, and I just couldn't. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, man, I sure wish I could make jokes.
Yeah, I was just like...
We were talking about that.
She made fun of Tim. I had the perfect opportunity.
Wait, she made fun of me?
Just to throw you under the bus. Not like when you went to like put the tip on the table. Remember, because you were like, should I like give this now or like put it on the table? And I was like, I'll put it on the table. Or like, I'd put it on the table. And then she was like, yeah, come on, get it together. And made like a super cute face and melted my heart.
Oh, God, I didn't see it. Good thing I didn't. I probably would have collapsed.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't have made it to the table.
I was going to be like, yeah. And then I just was like, yeah, he couldn't have said.
I would have
That's all I
tripped and
said.
snapped my neck on the edge of a table. That would have been the end for me.
I should have just taken you down.
Yeah, funny joke. Clotheslines me to the ground.
I've been taking you down like
To be the best, you gotta beat the best.
metaphorically. This has been like,
Oh, God.
yeah, he's an idiot. I'm not an idiot. I was in school
Twice.
first grade, best 3 years of my life. Okay, anyway, that's a good note to end it on.
Yeah.
I'm Dallas.
I'm Tim.
I'm on Facebook. Waitress.
We're moving everything to Vidme.
Oh, yeah,
This will
right.
also be on SoundCloud. I'm going to make a SoundCloud account for us.
I'm going to be a rapper. I actually have a SoundCloud. I'm going to plug it. It's I80 Whitey, so got that plugged in there.
We'll let you know what
plug
the
anything?
spelling is. I mean, the YouTube channel, Dude Wrong Door. And
Yeah.
the Vidme, also Dude Wrong Door.
And then
Go check us out there. We also got the Dude Wrong Door Facebook, where we post all of our YouTube videos, basically.
And Twitter.
Hey, yeah, we're on Twitter. I'm actually going to start making more stuff on
And
Twitter
Instagram.
and Facebook. Yeah, we are also on Instagram.
But we don't do anything on there.
I'm going to get more active now that school is over. I got more time.
He said.
Forgetting every other time he's disappointed.
Okay, well, that was fun. Just cut it off now, mid-sentence. Just didn't want in this rambling. Just edit out anytime you want to stop. I'm going to keep going until you stop recording.
Okay.
gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep. There you go. Yeah.
I mean,
what? Yeah.
That's the end of the first episode. Don't expect much from us.